Now, listen, you'll remember back in May, a long time ago, right? We've had a lot happen since then. But back in May, it was announced we were going to get a revolutionary opportunity in the world of Counter-Strike. And that would be that we were going to be able, in real time, to pick the brains of the greatest CS player of all time. Indeed, we would be able to learn how to play like S1mple. And I'm sure if you play Counter-Strike, you would love to do that, right? Now, I've seen a lot of these things in the past where it's like people come and they say, oh, you can learn from me, learn from the pros. Those things come and they don't last very long. You know, we used to have netcode guides and all this other stuff back in the day. There was the Gotfrag strat book, playbook. You know, they've been around for a long time, and it's a nice little money generator, but you get diminishing returns on them because, first of all, your time is limited. Second of all, how much can you really teach people? Third of all, if you're using pre-recorded assets, people pay for the course, then they screen record them, share them. Sometimes it's just not very good. It's just not very engaging. And also, on a long enough time scale, i.e. the longer a game is out for, eventually players all get to a standard where there's just so much free content out there that you can gain access to that you just go and you just get that free content. You can probably, at some point in your development as a player, intuit more from watching a live match than you can from as much from that, if not more, than listening to a guy that you really like and respect breaking down a demo. So, listen, it's fine that you do these things. People, it's their money. They get the decision. I do have to say, though, wasn't expecting this to collapse this quickly because 11 days ago, somebody on Reddit did this. They said, "Hey, is Play Like S1mple is closing?" ? And you can read the what they said there. In May, S1mple launched an esports school for CS2 at the cost of $100 per year. The course, Play Like S1mple, promised a series of videos with more than 60 interactive sessions focused on developing in-game skills, strategies, and career growth outside the game. But it looks like refunds are being issued to those who purchased the course, according to people in its Discord channel. Does anyone have any more details on this? If so, why do you think it flopped? And if you look at the images, it was a Discord chat saying, I've got the refund, and then somebody posted that this is the advertisement there. This is what they were getting. This is what you would pay, $97. It was a special introductory price, and people were getting the $97 bumped back to them. And you go, oh, okay, well, that might just be a coincidence. Maybe there's been too many orders, because remember, they did tweet out, oh, we've had so many signups. I think the number was like, we've had like 10,000 signups in like 48 hours or whatever it was. So you go, okay, maybe there's just too much demand and they can't meet that demand, so they're refunding some people. But no, it appears that they are issuing refunds quite en masse. Everybody's getting them. I'm going to show you that in a moment. But I just want to remind you what the press conference was, what the press release was, rather, about this. This is the ESL Faceit group. They announced on the 7th of May, we are partners with S1mple for the launch of Play Like S1mple project. Now, you'll remember I did a video about this. Let's see if Griff makes it appear here or something. Bing! But anyway, I said at the time that this is a conflict of interest. And everyone fucking sighed and said, Richard's on his bullshit again. Also, very brave of you to say this about S1mple days after Stewygate kicked your ass. But it is. It is absolutely a conflict of interest because he has a business relationship with a tournament operator that he will presumably be participating in, and a pugging system that offers money to pros if they are the highest rated player at the end of a month, or whatever the fuck they're doing now over in Faceit. So, does he get special interest because he's a business partner? Well, he might be inclined to. Now, I reached out to ESL Face It for comment about this. That's how I found out I'm blacklisted. There is a rule. You don't reply to Richard Lewis's emails anymore. You don't say anything to him. If he messages you privately, you don't talk to him. You say nothing about this business. That's their new attitude towards me, which is good. It means I got under their skin. It's all been worth it in the end. But they didn't disclose what the extent of the partnership was. Is it money? Is it just you host servers for him? Did you pay, are you paying him? Is he paying you? Like, there was no details about that. Zero transparency whatsoever about what the word partnership meant in this context. And we still don't know. And look, this is, again, the ESL Face It group. This is what they put out there. And you can see the leading esports and video game entertainment company and renowned Counter-Strike player S1mple today announced a partnership with the Play Like S1mple project, an educational video series designed to change how players approach mastering Counter-Strike 2. Blah, blah. You get 60 shit videos. We're thrilled to launch the Play Like S1mple project and provide gamers with a unique opportunity to learn from one of the best in the business, said S1mple. I'm sure S1mple said this. Whether you're a casual player, like, it really sounds authentically like S1mple. As if they've even bothered to say this is him. Like, guys, come on. Whether you're a casual player looking to improve your skills, better understand the game and achieve a champion mindset, or a great pro aiming to take your game to the next level, this program has something for everyone. I wish someone could have shared these skills with me when I just started my journey in CS. That is the fucking worst, that is the most inauthentic quote I have ever seen ascribed to anyone. There is no way he said that in any way, shape, or form. But anyway, we won't dwell on that too much. Fake quotes in your press release. Anyway, then it said, the Play Like S1mple project will bring the comprehensive educational program to the global gaming audience in partnership with Face It. Right? Okay, partnership. The leading community platform for online PvP play. Face It has been the home of competitive Counter-Strike for more than a decade. I don't even know what that means. You're not the home of competitive Counter-Strike, are you? I mean, that's an absurd claim on its face, but fine. And will now offer a suite of educational programming that supports the in-game learning experience it offers for casual players and aspiring pros alike. Through this collaboration, Play Like S1mple project participants will gain exclusive access to Face It's premium features and exclusive on-platform content. S1mple's success, longevity in Counter-Strike, and legacy with Face It makes him uniquely qualified to help our global community learn and master their game at the highest level of competition, said Fabio Flores, president of digital platforms at the ESL Face It group. Viewers will not only pick up the intricacies of top-tier CS, but also insights on what it takes to break into the industry in other ways, including as caster, talent manager, and more. Now, we'll get to that in a moment. First of all, so what you're telling me is this isn't just a course to help teach me play CS2 better. You're going to also teach me how to be a caster. Well, whose expertise are you drawing from there? Because it sure ain't S1mple, eloquent though he is. Also, if I wanted advice, you can see the punchline coming, guys. I'm telegraphing this one. If I wanted advice in how to further my esports career, I don't know if see you in hell Germans, I'll be keeping that knife, shut up you old F word. I don't know if he's the guy. Understand, the only reason S1mple has a career isn't because he was really good at furthering his career. It's because he was just good at the game. So good, you were like, well, yeah, all right. Guess we'll have to just put up with that one. Guess we'll just have to tank that. So, obviously, other people are going to be in this course. The course called Play Like S1mple, which is going to give me 60 instructional videos. Who are those people? Academic now, I guess. But probably should have been something you mentioned in the press release. It would have given us a better idea about the nature of the partnership. My own speculation is they were using S1mple as the brand to get people in the door, direct them to Face It and its ailing numbers, and then use ESL people, ESL affiliates, let's say, if not direct employees, to be the experts that did the rest of the courses. That's what I think was going on. And in which case, that makes it sound like they were probably paying S1mple quite a bit of money for that. Or they should have been. Also, you see down here, exclusive content and competitions have personal communication with S1mple and other top players, providing unparalleled insights into the world of professional gaming. What does that mean? Personal communication? In what context? Which players? Who else is signing up for this? In light of the fact this is an ESL Faceit Group press release, and in light of the fact it now appears to have completely collapsed without delivering on any of this stuff to the point where everyone is getting refunds, yeah, I think ESL should probably put out another press release explaining what the fuck went on. But, it doesn't appear they will be doing that. I've been monitoring the Twitter account, which is this, All-Star Promos. Again, don't know anything about this business. As you can see, the Revolutionary Educational CS2 project. That account, Twitter will not be showing you up-to-date tweets because it's busted. But they haven't posted about the collapse of the business yet. They've said nothing about it. We don't know if it's collapsing or not. We don't know when it's shutting down or not. They've said nothing about it, which seems kind of crazy. Now, I've seen tweets like this. Scammed by player like S1mple. Hey everyone, I want to share my experience with S1mple CS2 course and the company behind it, All Stars Promotion. I was hired to market the course on my 100k follower TikTok. Yet I never received the payment I was promised. Oh, we're rolling it back. It really is a S1mple course. We're just rolling it back. In total, I made 6 promotional TikToks that I put a lot of effort into making on the agreed upon deal of $700. The last video was posted mid-June, and since then I've received no answers from the team. And there it is. I want to stress, this probably isn't the fault of S1mple, but the company behind the course, All Stars Promotion. I have attached screenshots of our deal. If anyone from All Stars Promos could reach out and pay me, that would be great. Now, and you can see here, this is like, hello, invoice, hello, I'm not going to answer. Amazing piece of content. We want you. This is the contract. This is the contract. I believe this is what qualifies. We sent it to our accountant to pay, but they didn't do it. We'll pay ASAP. And there you go. Hey, we finally launched and could start working together. Did we agree to make 6 TikToks for $700? All the info I can give you, just for you to learn about the course. So we were dealing with an elite level, an elite level course. I mean, this is a serious business, guys. Very serious business. I'll remind you about the Maui Snake clip. It's worth putting in, right? Just to give you an example of the quality of content people were getting. This was S1mple doing a review.
Look at what S1mple says here. Look what S1mple says.
And look, he's failing the boost.
He's failing the boost.
I'm jumping and he insta-stay.
I'm jumping and he didn't insta-stay and he ran. Okay? Look at that. And then look at what happened. Look at what really happened and what James shows. Look at what S1mple does. He missed. Now what the hell is this? He froze in place. James literally shows that S1mple is complaining that Snappy didn't sit around long enough when it was actually S1mple who fucked up the jump.
So your $100 would get you access to clips of S1mple essentially airing petty grievances about how things were other people's fault, which is useful. The first thing you need if you're a CS player is the ability to blame others for your mistakes. He's cheating. He's too stupid. How am I supposed to predict that? The server lagged. So again, actually it makes sense. It makes total sense that would be in a $97 a year course. Now, as I said, we haven't had any official word back about whether or not it's actually all ogre. It's been widely reported that it has. It looks like people aren't getting their money for people that contributed to the artistic side of it, as, you know, if we take that guy at face value, talking about his TikTok there. By the way, I always find it, like, insane, the amount of, like, the derisory amounts of money people will hold out Like, yeah, it's fucking madness. It's so crazy. Like, $700, guys, please. Like, someone just pay the kid. Like, you were already exploiting him 6 TikToks for $700, like, I mean, that you're going to use for your business, where you're selling courses $97 a fucking year, and you said you had 10,000 fucking signups. I'm guessing a lot of them were for the free one in the first 48 hours or whatever. But yeah, there's lots of that. All the clout goblin, like Russian and Ukrainian and CIS region accounts, they've been reporting that it's all ogre. I'll just show you this here. Don't advocate for anything this account says. Don't know anything about it. Don't follow them. But this is what they said. Those who purchased Play Like Simple courses started receiving refunds after 2 months from the announcement. Most likely reason is the hate and abuse from the community towards Simple, because the sales were going well and they had 80,000 registrations at some point. There you go. I'm saying 10,000. Maybe it was 10,000 paying and 80,000 in total. Why anybody would arrive at that conclusion, by the way. This is like, I love that. News and speculation together. Yeah, it's because he stopped wanting to make money because everybody was mean. No, that's not how that works at all. So, wild speculation. They continued on the wild speculation train, and they said there might also be one more reason why S1mple is cancelling his courses, is his partnership with the ESL Faceit Group, which may have caused a conflict of interest if he wanted to play in ESL tournaments. Can this mean he finally found a team? And then he did the one good thing this account has ever done. He linked my video on the topic, which was seen by absolutely nobody. But thanks for doing that anyway. Approve of that. Richard Lewis did do a video about this, did mention this could be a thing that would happen. And people said, what's Blood waffling about? But now we're here in the future, aren't we? And it looks like it's shut down. Although, again, S1mple has said nothing. The ESL Faceit Group have said nothing. All-Star Promos or whatever. Hey, now, he's dead. He's gone. But here we are in the future. We're in the future, guys. And I am now going to speculate wildly, since those are the rules, okay? I think if it's anything, it has to be to do with this. I wonder if, because Valve did put out those quite clear, they've reiterated them recently, the quite clear rules about entanglement. They don't want, they specifically said, players or teams having business relationships with entities that create conflicts of interest. And if they are made aware of these conflicts of interest, they are going to contact people and say, you must choose. If you want to play at Valve tournaments, you have to unentangle yourself or we will deny you entry. Now, does that mean that's what happened? No. It's what I speculated would happen back in May. It's what I said should happen. Because obviously, how can you have the company running a major or an RMR or whatever it might be in business, in cahoots with a player that might be playing at it? You know? And by the way, there are other considerations, because remember, going all the way back to WISA and all the other shit that I've covered down the years that ESL have tried to pull. There's rights issues. There's all sorts of crazy stuff going on that ESL have that probably could be construed as conflicts of interest. But obviously, for whatever reason, they have decided to try and get ahead of the story. They've learnt what you do. You see, what you do is you don't announce. You know that thing that we said was going to be brilliant and last forever? It's 2 months later and we're closing it down, right? You don't announce that, because then people go, whoa, 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 I paid for a year. And then they go on Reddit, and then they go on HLTV, and then they go on Twitter, and everyone's belly aching about it. You get a YouTube video made by some guy who's like talking to a fucking voice changer with no camera. And then ESL robbed me, and they took my money, and then S1mple took my money, and they scammed me. And it's like 5 minutes long, and everyone goes, it's too long, blood. Just get to the point, blood. And then that happens, and then it blows up, and then a big YouTuber sees that video and goes, it's been brought to my attention that this Play Like S1mple thing might have been a scam, and it's a whole fucking nightmare, because there's a cottage industry and belly aching about money not being paid out, and that's fine. So what you do is you give people their money first. And then people go, well, you give me my money back. Why is that? Oh yeah, the cost's going to be shutting down, right? And then you don't get the Jake Lucky tweet, although I'm sure he has tweeted about this. Shall we check? I just want to know if anything gets through Jake Lucky's intricate web of sources and information. Just curious. It's not even anything to do with the video. It's just a little. Richard's got to know. No. Jay, look, he hasn't. He hasn't, guys. So, what I would speculate, if I was speculating, is this project might have very well been doomed from the start because, that partnership is the critical element of it. I don't even know why that partnership is there. s1mple doesn't need Faceit to promote his business, and Faceit don't need s1mple to promote their business. Why did that partnership ever happen? What was the point of it? What was the, considering it created a conflict of interest that was very apparent to anyone with a brain, why would they do it? And so I want to know. I want a complete breakdown. I'm sure they're all put in the kitchen cooking up what the PR version's going to be. But I want to know what happened there. I think that's integral. I think we've got to know why you advertised a course that was meant to do all these incredible things, did none of them, put out a bunch of kind of like quite phoned in videos by all accounts from people I've talked to that have used the course, and of course Maui Snake that just did that live on stream. And why would you then end it just 2 months into the down the road? Why would any of that happen? It seems like such a weird thing, and I don't even think this will be s1mple's doing unless he's been motivated and pushed into making this decision. I don't know. But anyway, that was a guessing guy. I think somebody somewhere said you can't do that unless there's something else going on. I saw a tweet from a nobody account that had bought a check mark off Daddy Elon, and they were going, oh, that All-Star Promos is going bust. And it's like, well, fantastic. Great work, guys. Really great work all round on this one. But that's another one that Richard Lewis was in the right column, because I think if you go back to the end of the video, I said if I was a betting man, this isn't going to be around inside of a year. Now, nobody could have predicted 2 months. That's beyond even my powers, guys. But, yeah, that's another W, and I'll take the W's as and when they come.